Hello, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Maserati F1 Manager, and we are starting Season 3 in this series today. We are in the start, well, we're at the start of 2027 then, so we are in Australia for the opener here in 2027. So a whole new, fresh season to get started in today's stream, and as you'll see in the background, still the same drivers for us. Antonelli qualifies P19 though, was knocked out in Q1, had some traffic. And a lot of work for him to do starting in P19. Colapinto made it to Q3, but nothing further than that. So he starts in P10. So not the start we're hoping for in 2027. It's a long shot probably for some double points, but we'll see what the race pace looks like. In terms of strategy, we're going to try something a little bit differently with Kimi, starting way back in 19th. We're going to go for a free stopper. So starting on the softs, then going to hards, then mediums, then over to the softs. So a free stopper for Kimi. Colapinto starting on the softs, hards, then mediums. So a two-stopper for him. Yeah, two-stopper. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so two-stopper for Colapinto, free stopper for Antonelli. Questioning myself now, but that is correct. That is correct. We've got a new livery that you can see in the background here, just about. So we've ditched the red and gone back to the white. So that's the livery for this year, and we'll see that on track shortly, but that is the livery, and you'll see a few new drivers. The grid is mixed up here in 2027, but without further delay, let us get started and begin 2027 in this Maserati F1 Manager Series. If you're dropping into the chat, hope you're doing well. Hope your week started not too badly.
Are absolutely buzzing with excitement. Brace yourself for the Australian.
Here we go then. It's Liam Lawson who's on pole here in Australia in 2027. And we've got the Audi team on the grid as well as we get underway with Lawson then. As I say, Colapinto going to start P10, Antonelli down in P19. Let's hope we can make some positions up here. But this is the new livery as you see it, as we've got Teo Portier cutting some track there. And that was actually a lock-up for Teo.
Now this was at turn 1.
So we see Portier in the Alpine having an awkward first turn there. OP Joe, how's it going, buddy? But yeah, this is the new livery then as we start 2027. This is what we've gone for. And as I say, there's quite a few driver changes on the grid. We'll go through them shortly. Once it quietens down a bit, as Antonelli has made a couple of moves already. Antonelli is actually up to P16, so under P19. He's absolutely flying at the start here. Just have a look at tyres. He's on the softs. Top 10, mostly mediums and softs, just two hard runners, Albon and Maloney. Is Antonelli going to try one here? No. Yeah, so Zane Maloney, who was one of our drivers, has returned for Haas. So Haas is Ocon and Maloney. George Russell is in the Ferrari with Charles Leclerc. Ollie Behrman and Alex Albon are in the Williams. Hadchart returns to the grid in an Alpine with Teo Portier. K-Mag and Mick Schumacher continues in RB. Aston Martin have gone with Sainz and Gasly. Audi is Tsunoda and Stroll. Mercedes are Bortoleto and Perez. And the McLarens, ourselves and Red Bull stay the same as last year. Right, let's settle down into this strategy now. So Colapinto needs to be standard. WH Racing Stroll in P4. Yeah, I know. It's strange. It's strange. Collins, thanks for the follow. Ava, thanks for the follow. Danisal, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Yeah, Stroll is in an Audi this year in 2027. And they look to have some pace if qualifying is anything to go by. Let's say they're both in the top 10. Stroll and Tsunoda driving for Audi. Is this live by the race? It's live, but it's F1 Manager, so it's not an actual race. That's why you're seeing Maserati and Audi and such a strange driver grid. As Antonelli having a look on Hadjar. Back on the grid this year, Hadjar in an Alpine, and Antonelli moves into P15. Going for this aggressive first stint, only 9 laps. Oh, what's happened to Colapinto?
Here we are, we're looking at turn 11.
Franco's been forced out somewhere here, has he? Oh, I don't know what happened there. That was very cautious from Franco. And he's lost 2 positions. So yeah, absent from the grid, who was on the grid last year. No Danny Rick, who returned last year. He's off the grid again. No Lewis Hamilton, no Fernando Alonso, no Hulkenberg. So a lot of the old boys have gone. Not the start that we wanted to 2027, to be fair. We wanted to be challenging from podiums from race 1, and it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Love it. Thanks for the follow. A long way to go here. What's tyres saying? We'll chair down to 78%. E7. Yeah, Colapinto not in bad shape. Colapinto started P10, Antonelli P19, and Antonelli is now only 3 positions behind and only about 2 seconds behind his teammate. He's got Hadjar all over him here, though. But if you're jumping into the stream, if you haven't already, do smash that like button. Super appreciated. It really helps me out. As Antonelli's got about 3 cars attacking him here. And Colapinto's lost another position. This is not going well for Franco Colapinto here today.
Let's follow the action going into turn 12.
So this is Sainz driving for Aston Martin this year. On the inside, gets the job done. They are all using a little bit more tyre life than us, but it is worrying the pace at the moment. Sainz sets the fastest lap. Antonelli might be overtaken here. Not quite there by Ocon, but Ocon will get DRS again. And Ocon has got a better run this time. Antonelli trying to stay in there, but he can't do much about it. The DRS so strong around it. It's full DRS zones.
It's just a lot of confidence.
How do you take Sauber out for Audi? It's a mod on PC, so you can't do it on console, unfortunately. But if you're on PC, you're able to do that. The actual whole grid is near enough in a DRS train. Perez is leading in a Mercedes. We don't know the running order yet. It's the first race in 2027.
No problem, no problem.
And as I say, we don't know the running order, but we're now down to 13th and 16th. This is not the start to 2027 we wanted. Hopefully we've got some better pace to come later in this race. Look at this. This is carnage up here. 4 laps in, and the grid is only separated by 10 seconds. The top 10 by 3, by 4 seconds.
Norris behind.
And Antonelli down to P17. Myray and Jan, thanks for the follow, so much appreciated. And now we've got Lando Norris on us, who's out of position in that McLaren, and he's going to get past us. So Antonelli started P19, down to P18. Not going our way early on here.
Do your best. Russell behind.
Colapinto due to go to lap 18. Antonelli is going to pit early, lap 9. We're hoping to get an undercut on a few people here. But yeah, this is a poor start. Antonelli up 1 in the first 5 laps. Colapinto down 3. Leclerc and Russell, yes, this is 2027, and Leclerc and Russell with Ferrari teammates. Russell replaces Lewis at Ferrari. Lawson now leads in the Red Bull, but this could be anyone's race at the moment. We're seeing the effect of a DRS train well and truly today. Al, yeah, thanks for the follow.
Copy.
Jump on board Colapinto, but as there's a problem with this DRS train, so I think with Colapinto we'll have to try and go longer. And then Antonelli will have to try and undercut, so we're going to have to try an overcut and an undercut here. Where's Alonso? Alonso is no longer on this grid in 2027. Is this real? No, it's not real. It's F1 Manager 24. So yeah, 6 laps gone. Perez back into the lead. We're 13th and 18th. I am hoping we've got better pace later on this race. If not, it's going to be a very disappointing start to 2027. But I think at the moment we're just seeing the effects of a DRS train. Is the whole grid in DRS now? They are. The whole grid is in DRS. There's 8 seconds from first to last here. What is going on in the opening 8 laps here? Look at this carnage. So yeah, we're going to have to wait for pit stops for this to all pan out a bit. Because at the moment, this is just madness. The whole grid are in DRS of one another. Which is mad after 6 laps. Alright, Antonelli, we're going to get in lap 9. So Antonelli's going to come in early. Hopefully he's going to get an undercut on quite a few of these. I mean, no joking, Antonelli could go from about 18th into the points with an undercut here. Just depends what his pace is like, because these are all getting DRS, and the DRS, your pace might be better staying in the DRS, because you're getting 4 lots of it, if you see what I mean. Richard Williams, thanks for the follow. I don't know if I shouted that one out, but if I did, there you go, double. Much appreciated, hope you're doing well. Oh, hello. Lando Norris is just going to walk through that open door that we left. And Colapinto now down to P14. Not going well at all here. Shane, thanks for the follow.
Okay,
appreciate it. Yeah, we just very slow through here. Look, we literally just left this wide open for Lando. Oh, wow, Lando says thank you very much. 2 positions. Job done. And there is a gap at the front of the field. Verstappen has broken away 2 seconds from what is now the almighty GOAT, Lance Stroll in P2. Antonelli back to where he started, P19, and Colapinto down 4 places. A horrendous start for the first race of the season so far for us. Thankfully, we have got upgrades coming, but the car analysis didn't show us being in the sport. As I say, I don't know if this is just DRS. This track is very hard to tell where we're at, really. Gabrielle, thanks for the follow. Another Gabrielle, 2 Gabrielles in a row. Thanks for the follow, much appreciated. And if you're jumping into the stream, if you haven't already, do me a favour, smash that like button. Do you add Maserati? The logo is made in game, Aiden, so I didn't do a video of it, but you can find, if you just search how to create Maserati logos on YouTube F1 Manager, there should be a couple that you can use from there. Alright, oh, you've done one, okay. Oh, you imported it using the import, yeah. Yeah, no, I just did mine in the creator, because the import wasn't doing the layers correctly for me for some reason. Where is Hamilton? He's not on the grid. Alonso's not on the grid either. They're both gone. So is Hulkenberg's. Right, let's get this undercut in. Arjan, Jalijo, Monic, Enzo. Those, thanks for Sos with the like. The others, thanks for the follows. Is this the game? This is F1 Manager 24, Sean. Angie, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Right, Antonelli's tyres have gone. And he's actually dropped out of DRS. They've just literally fallen off the cliff as we speak.
Copy.
Who's Mal in 22nd? That's Zay Maloney. Alright, so Antonelli has well and truly burnt his tyres up, but we're getting into the pits anyway. He's lost 3 seconds here, so this isn't great for the undercut that we're trying to pull. Alright, first stop of the day. Antonelli is on a free stopper though. Alright, can we get our first sub 2 second pit stop? We've never had one before. No, 2.3. The first pit stop at 2027 is a 2.3.
Will be clear going out.
It's Maxon's past Colapinto now. This is just... Oh! What's happened there? Lawson and Albon both just parked on the side. Not sure what's going on there. But there we go. Colapinto's back to P14.
Let's see what happened there.
Lawson was running
Right, so
in the
this
top
was the
10.
fourth corner. It's certainly inviting.
Oh, so he's just been pushed out wide and can get back on the track. Now, what is that all about? I don't know, but Lawson is now down to P17. Verstappen leads. Colapinto just about got DRS here, but he's about to... No, he should get it back on K-Mag and Gasly here. He's got George Russell, who's in the Ferrari this year, and George Russell passes him, and Colapinto down to P15, but he's going to fight it back. On the inside, this is going to be neck and neck all the way down the straight here, though George has got the inside, so we do have to yield. Right, we're going to have to look at the lap times then. When's Colapinto due in? He's due in lap 18. Vamos Checo, indeed. Benny, Daria, Pato, thanks for the follows. Much appreciated. Hope you're all doing well. And Lindsay, thanks for the follow. Right, so Antonelli's made his first stop. He's on a bit of an undercut, but we'll have to check what his lap times are. When is this from? This is right now, but it's not Formula 1. It's F1 Manager 24. Colapinto continues this fight with George Russell, and he reclaims P14 off George Russell. George Russell not having a great debut for the Ferrari, currently in P15. His teammate Leclerc riding high in P4. Mick Schumacher is into P2 and an RB. As I say, this is the first race of 2027, so we have no idea what the running order is. Can't tell you what team is the best, but it looks like Max Verstappen's Red Bull is pretty handy. Antonelli not really closing on Albon, which is a bit of a concern, but we'll have a look once we get this lap in. Dimmy's Fick, thanks for the follows. Much appreciated. Hope you're both doing well. Can we have a go on K-Mag here? No, but let's ask Colapinto to go a little bit high on the aggression on overtakes. Right, so last lap, Antonelli 122.6. That is considerably quicker though, so undercut could work here. Could be very powerful for Antonelli, but he will have to make another stop. Pit loss here, 20 seconds. He was 19th. He would go up to about P15 at the moment, but that's going to get better all the time when people don't stop. So I think Antonelli could be on a lovely little undercut now. Spectate Verstappen. I don't need to see Verstappen. He's 5 seconds in the lead. He's loving life out there, look. I need to concentrate on our drivers here, which is Franco Colapinto, currently in P14, as Stroll is into the pits in his Audi. Yeah, so we won't be jumping Stroll, unfortunately. But I think Stroll might lead the race then with that undercut, although it was quite a bit to Verstappen. Yes, it's a video game, F1 Manager 24. Who else is going to pit then shortly? Probably Bortoletto, Magnussen. There's a few that are going to stop pretty soon, I'd imagine. Is it on console? Yes, you can get it on console, but some of the things you'll see in our game you can't get in console, like the 2025 liveries or the Audi team. But the base game is on console, as George Russell is having another go at us here. Trying to force him out wide, but we can't. And Colapinto back down the B14 then. Sainz is now the next man in. Sainz driving for Aston Martin here in 2027. I assume this is modelled, sorry, just cutting in and out. Yes, it is, yep. And Behrman in the Williams in as well. That's a slow stop. Antonelli's not going to get the jump on Sainz though, is he? What about Behrman? We can't see. Yeah, we'll be ahead of Behrman. So Antonelli's undercut one driver at least so far. But he should always be on undercuts because he's pitting so often in this race. So wait and see on that. And Colapinto is back past Russell.
So this is what happened. Now this is turn 6.
And we've got Ocon somewhere there as well. Okay, so maybe Colapinto finding some pace. We're back past Russell. We're past Ocon as well. Magnussen's down to 32% tyre, so Magnussen should be into the pits by the end of this lap. Will we be able to get past him here, though? We're having a look on the inside later on the brakes. And Franco Colapinto is into P11, so Franco finally making some moves. Tyler, how do you watch that? This is F1 Manager 24, so you can watch any driver on the grid, including your own team. Right, Bortoletto and K-Mag are in. Just want to see where these are coming out in relation to Antonelli. I think Bortoletto will be ahead of Antonelli. Yeah, well clear. Antonelli's not really in the race with these guys today, which is a shame. Don't even think he's going to reach K-Mag, is he? No. Oh, just about past K-Mag, are we? No. Yeah, this is not looking good, chat. Not looking good, chat. Our pace around here. I was hoping the undercut was going to be a little bit stronger there. But K-Mag then stopped from what was P12. I guess Antonelli was P19 to begin with, though. So if he comes out this first stint a little bit higher than P19, that would be good. As Ocon looks to be fighting Colapinto back, and he's back past Colapinto. FIH, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Hope you're well. And if you're jumping in the stream, if you haven't already, do me a massive favour, smash that like button. Super appreciated, really helps me out. Sorry for asking, but what is this? This is a game. It's F1 Manager 24. Lulu, thanks for the follow. Right, Table Chair is in. I don't think Antonelli's fighting Mick Schumacher.
Keep focus on our race.
But he should be fighting Table Chair, I hope. Don't know, I think Pochair's going to be well ahead of him as well. Russell's back past Colapinto. This is not working well so far in Melbourne today, but Antonelli is going to fire himself past Magnussen. But yeah, pace is not good, chat, today. Surprisingly, we thought we'd have a pretty good car here today, starting the season, but we're definitely going to have to do some upgrades. We're pretty rich. We've got about $60 million in the bank, so we can go pretty mad on upgrades, and we look like we might have to. Right, got a yellow flag here. Only briefly. Someone wide or locked up. K-Mag, who was fighting
And if we watch Magnussen,
Kimi Antonelli.
nothing wrong so far. Struggling with the
Oh,
car.
big lockup, and he's not going to be fighting Kimi Antonelli now. Let's give us some breathing space. Yeah, he's dropped 6 seconds. So Antonelli, P20, who's yet to stop? Albon, Maloney, Lawson. We'll see, but Antonelli was P19 before his first stop, so let's hope he improves on that at least. Adjar, Ocon, Piastri and Leclerc all coming in, as is Lawson. Nick, thanks for the follow. Random user, thanks for the follow. But there's Antonelli. He's going to get a few here. Antonelli. Yes, he has got a few there. He's got Piastri, Ocon, Hadjar and Lawson there. They'll be on a better tyre delta than him, but that's a bit of improvement for Antonelli then. And I think there's still a couple to come here because Maloney's not stopped. He might be jumping his teammate Colapinto and Russell as well. So Antonelli might be around P14 after the first round. Thank you for this real race, but then sort of graphics. No worries. Right, Colapinto might get him in this lap actually. He's just going to be in a DRS train the rest of this race, I think, unfortunately, Colapinto. NFS and Nanny, thanks for the follows. Hope you're both doing well. Alright, let's get Colapinto in. Here we go then. First stop of the day for Colapinto. He is on a 2-stopper. Antonelli on a 3-stopper. 2.2. Very nice stop. And here comes Antonelli then. I think he is going to jump his teammate. And a few others here is Antonelli. As Sonoda is out, Gasly's out, and Antonelli's into P12. So Antonelli has jumped 7 cars in that first round of pit stops. Still got Maloney and Albon to pit, so I think he'll jump a couple more yet. And Colapinto's gone the other way, B18, so long way to go. Just going to use a bit of battery, try and get up to these. Lynn, thanks for the follow. Dale, thanks for the follow. Antonelli. P12, and he's on what is Maloney, holding everyone up. Maloney's yet to pit. Look at this carnage here. Maloney, who's yet to pit, is holding up this whole train of cars.
Yes, keep doing your best.
And we need Maloney out of the way, really, here. Is he coming into the pitch? Yes, he is. So Maloney will release these. Max, do. Yeah, Max is comfortable. Yet to stop, but he should be comfortable. Antonelli, that's nice and comfortable. Onto Portier. And he's into the top 10 is Kimi Antonelli. Good work.
Yes, let's go.
Due to stop again, lap 26.
You're doing a good job. At the moment we are P10.
Colapinto is just called, caught and passed Ollie Behrman, but yeah, it's not going well. What game is this? F1 Manager 24.
Here's the replay. Now we're just proceeding through turn 4. The gap opens up for them.
Here's the move on Behrman then. But Behrman's got a good chance coming straight back past him here. So yeah, because there's 4 DRS zones here, it's just very hard to break away here. And Colapinto now having to defend because he's the one without DRS. And as I say, Ollie Behrman, good chance getting back past. And he does indeed. Alexandra, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. As Lando Norris is in and out of the pits. And he's luckily going to get out. Is he just in front of this traffic? I think he is. I might just have to go standard here for a bit.
Try to cool down as much as possible.
Our tyres are severely burning up with Antonelli in this traffic. Priscilla, thanks for the follow. Antonelli got Sonoda in the Audi all over him. Kimbo Slice and Lou, thanks for the follow. Verstappen finally pits then, race leader. Perez and Albon, the only other two not to stop so far. So Perez is going to take the lead of this race. Stroll, who stopped a lot earlier than Verstappen, is he going to undercut him? I don't think he is. Sonoda's got past Antonelli. Verstappen just about retains the positions on Bortoleto and Stroll. So the only two yet to stop. Albon's now into the pit, so it's just Perez who's not stopped. And Albon's dropping right to the back of the field, near enough there. Right, so our strategy, Colapinto now going to lap 41, Antonelli lap 26. Frankie, thanks for the follow. Eleanor, thanks for the follow. Famos, Colapinto, indeed. Daniel Leclerc, thanks for the follow. Hope you're all doing well. And if you're dropping in, you haven't already, do smash that like button. Super appreciated, really helps me out. Of course, do follow or subscribe. If you're new, we stream this every Tuesday and Friday. So this is the season opener of 2027. We'll be back on Friday for race 2 in 2027. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more pace, because today looks like it might be a struggle for Maserati. Who knows, long way to go on this, and we're hoping some of these drivers might struggle with tyres towards the end. Colapinto, who started P10, is dropped all the way back to P17. I just wonder if swapping him to a free stopper might be the way as well here. Yeah, I feel we're going to try something like this with Franco. Let's try that. So what has that done? That's brought him in. That'll bring him in now on lap 33. Yeah. Lap 33. Let's try something different with Franco, because that's not working just sitting there.
So focus on your pace.
Right, Antonelli, lap 26. And if you're jumping in for the first time, as I say, we do watch most of the track action. We do forward at times where there's not too much going on. At the moment, there's plenty going on. And Colapinto is back past Behrman.
There's the opening.
But I say, it's so hard to break away. We're trying to tack on these tyres now with Colapinto, but Behrman's probably going to stay with us. Colapinto's 4.6 off Russell in P15, so that's slightly worrying. Let us forward on to lap 26, though. Let's get Antonelli in for his second stop of the day.
Everything is ready.
Copy.
Yeah, the DRS around here is just ridiculous. We're just staying in DRS trains all race here. As Piastri moves past Antonelli, but I'm not really too bothered. I just want to get him into the pits. I'm just going to forward on and get Antonelli in for his second pit stop. That's cool. I'm glad I stumbled across your live. Good stuff with this reel. It's not real. It's F1 Manager 24. Hadjar's past Colapinto. So, yeah, let's just forward these guys on for our second stops here. Because whilst we're in this DRS train, nothing we can do. It's just because there's 4 DRS zones around here. It's just so difficult to do anything. Again, we're not even using the tyres we've got here because we're just sitting behind other cars. So, it's in a way pointless that we're attacking. Gasly has passed Antonelli. So Antonelli moves down to P12, but again, not an issue. Let's get him in next lap. Let's get him round. Let's get him round because nothing is happening in this race. Perez is in. I think it's Perez's first stop, so he's trying a one-stop around here. Right, here we go. Antonelli, second stop of the day. Let's see what this stop is and see where we come out. Oh, it's a sub 2 second stop. That is our first ever sub 2 second stop. 1.995. Lovely stuff. Tyres is Albon on, 79% mediums. And that is the fastest pit stop. Maloney. The man Antonelli replaced. And he's going to be all over him here. What's Maloney's tyre? 62%. We should be able to pull that away. Let's just get his tyres up to temp. Hopefully pull away from Maloney. But look, this is the problem. Maloney is all over us.
If you can try to push a bit now.
Emiliano, thanks for the follow. Super appreciate it. Hope you're well.
Use overtake.
Copy.
Alright, we're just going to have to keep using this battery. But I don't think we're going to shake Maloney here, are we? Problem is we're going to use most of our battery here. It's Maloney's.
To protect the front.
Copy.
As Wilson past Colapinto. Colapinto P15. This is so frustrating, chat, because we've got so much more pace than Maloney, and just because those DRS zones, he's going to stay with us here. So all we're going to end up doing is just dragging Maloney to Albon. Yeah. Why isn't Checo there? Checo is there. Currently in P16 is Checo. Oh yeah, this opener is being frustrating for us. Colapinto, he's got no pace either. I think it just boils down to we haven't got the pace here today, chat. We haven't got the car behind us, so work to do after this race. Try and get the car a little bit more competitive. Costa, thanks for the follow. But yeah, right now, we'll be lucky to score points with either driver, I think. Although we have got a second round of stops happening soon for some of these. Mick Schumacher's close. Or maybe just Mick, actually. A few others are getting closer, but not too close. But yeah, Colapinto just going backwards here. It is not working very well for us here today.
Now we can see what happened. Right,
Perez, who I think might be going for a one-stopper.
Can they squeeze by?
Is he on the hards? Can't quite see there. I think he's on the white stripe tyre. But yeah, Perez went long. Oh yeah, he's on the hard. So I think Perez is the only one trying a one-stopper. That driver lineup is insane. Yeah, it's pretty mad. It's a pretty mad grid, this one. Yeah, as I say, Antonelli's just continued to drag Maloney to Albon. So we are cutting the gap on Albon, but Maloney's coming with us for the journey. It's like Antonelli's like a blue lighted ambulance, and Maloney's taking full advantage of it. What I don't want is Maloney trying any moves on us, really. When are we trying to get Colapinto in? Lap 33, so that's another 3 laps or so. He has got DRS on Perez here. He might be able to get through on Perez. Yes, he does. I'm going to go for a bit of a top-up with Colapinto, though. Antonelli slow out of there. Is Maloney going to have a chance on him? No. Well, I didn't think in 2027 we'd be like we were in the first season, 2025, struggling at the back here. Well, that's where we are. Oh, well, rather disappointing, chat. I thought we'd be starting 2027 with a nice little podium here. We're not even going to start with points with this pace. Vane and Jewel, or Dull, or Jew, thanks for the follow. Super appreciate it. Hope you're both doing well. Alright, so here comes Mick Schumacher in for his second stop. It is going to be all about this final stint, though, because I don't actually know where everyone is, because their tyres are all over the place at the moment. Antonelli should be clear of Mick Schumacher. Yeah, he's going to have a little bit of a margin on Mick there, isn't he? So that's a positive at least. That's a positive at least. Mika, Cesar, thanks for the follows. Super appreciated. But yeah, we're still closing on Albon, and Maloney is still coming for the journey, so Maloney's enjoying this. Colapinto loses out to Perez again, but we are just trying to top up with Colapinto. And we're going to come into the pits again shortly. It's a 20-second loss, so... yeah, where are we going to come out, though, with Colapinto? We don't really want to come out in a lot of traffic, do we? That's the issue. Antonelli due to stop again, lap 46. Colapinto a lap after this next stop, lap 48. I just realised Verstappen is leading by 20 seconds. So I think we know the car that's got the pace so far in 2027. Or is it the car? Is it just the brilliance of Max Verstappen? But he is 20 seconds clear and he's going to win this race. The other Red Bull, it's Lawson for one, and he's got some damage. But it looks like Red Bull have got the car in 2027 then. They're yet to win a Drivers or Constructors Championship, Red Bull, in our series. It was Ferrari and George Russell and Mercedes, Constructors and Drivers Champion in 2025. Lando Norris and McLaren in 2026. Soren, new season. Yes, season 3. Russell is back. He's back and he's in red of Ferrari. Is that an old video? It's not F1. It's F1 Manager and it's live now. Right, Antonelli has finally dropped Maloney. So, yeah. Antonelli's just waiting for everyone to stop again to take advantage, really. So this is a game. It is a game indeed. It's F1 Manager 24. That's why you're seeing a very random grid. There's someone's out wide. I think it's Liam Lawson again out wide there. Yeah, we need to get out of this traffic, don't we? I think we pit this lap with Colapinto. Let's get out of this. Let's get out of this traffic. So Antonelli is nearly to Hadjar and Albon, but they don't have to get out of the way anytime soon. So Antonelli will have to do a bit of overtaking, which, as I say, is going to be difficult.
Lift off.
Copy.
Last lap, 120. Antonelli's got good pace though. Look at the pace. He's matching Max. But it's just when we get to traffic, so I don't think the pace of the car is that bad. Why Franco P14? Just poor pace in the car, it seems, Soren. Looks like we haven't done a good enough job over the winter, so we've got design work to do. But as I say, it's a very up and down race, so I don't actually know where we're going to end up at the moment. It doesn't seem like we're on for points, which is a shame. But we shall see. As we're going to come into the pits again with Colapinto at the end of this lap. I'm blind, where the heck is Hamilton? Hamilton is not existing in this universe. Oh, and no, Tsunoda's pitting. And that's not ideal because we're going to come out in some traffic. Antonelli's got past Hadjar though, which is a positive because we didn't want to get stuck behind this traffic, but there is now Behrman there as well. Ooh, this is not great. No, this is a problem now for Antonelli. Many driver substitutes. Yeah, a lot of driver changes, Soren. Lots of driver changes here in 2027. 2.1 second stop. It's beautiful work from the pit crew. See, now this is the problem for Antonelli. He's got 2 Williams ahead of him. 36. And we've now got the 2 quickest pit stops of the day. So at least our pit crew is doing the work. I'll try and use some battery here with Antonelli.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
Colapinto comes out 7 seconds behind Maloney.
Overtake available.
Did we jump Tsunoda in the pits there with our quick stop? Looks like we did. Which is good to see. Actually, let's use some pace. I don't want Tsunoda getting into that DRS. Right, Antonelli. This is a problem, but Behrman's got DRS as well. Alongside 1 Williams, but now we're going to get blocked off on the outside there, aren't we? Can we make it around the outside of Behrman? It's the long way round. We've got Hadjar now on the inside. I think Antonelli has got that done, but we are now out of battery, unfortunately, with Antonelli. Should be able to get this done just with DRS though, but again, we're probably going to drag Albon along with us for quite a while here, I'd say. And there we go, Antonelli into P13 past Albon. He has got a second dose of that DRS, but now Albon will have the DRS on us.
You're doing a good job.
Danny Rick and Hamilton, the only ones retired after season 2. Don't know if they've retired, Soren, but yeah, no Danny Rick, no Lewis Hamilton, no Fernando Alonso, and no Nico Hülkenberg this year. So I'll have to go into scouting to see if they've retired. Mr. Debt signed clips. Thanks for the follows. Hope you're all doing well. If you're jumping in and you haven't already, do smash that like button. Of course, don't forget to follow or subscribe if you like F1 Manager content.
Thanks, are good.
Right, Colapinto has kept Tsunoda out of his DRS for now, but it doesn't look like it's going to last too long, does it? Alright, Bortoletto into the pits. So now we're seeing all the second pit stops here. Yeah, that's... See, we're getting past Pourchaire, Ocon there. Colapinto, he really needs to get past these as Tsunoda's fighting him. And Pourchaire comes out of the pits at the same time.
Best, man.
I think Colapinto is absolutely nowhere in this race. Try to switch him over to the free stopper, and that's not worked either, so... No, not my German voice, oh god, yeah, looks like it, unfortunately. Selena, thanks for the follow. Is it real or a game? This is a game, F1 Manager 24. Right, Antonelli, DRS on K-Mag, who's yet to stop. We need to get past him here. Come on, Antonelli, you need to get this done. Go aggressive to the inside. Albon's sneakily having a look on the outside, but we are through. And that's Antonelli into the top 10 again.
Okay, good job there. At the moment we are P10.
Magali, thanks for the follow. Butchered that, thanks. Right, K-Mag into the pits, Stroll into the pits. We are coming out ahead of Stroll even with Antonelli, so... Colapinto back past Tsunoda. No, it's not F1, it's F1 Manager. Right, Colapinto's got Magson and Behrman at least. He's got a couple of those. Does Verstappen still need a pit, or is he just that good? He's just that good. He does need a pit, but so do most of the top 10. Perez is the only one going to the end now in the top 10, along with Bortoletto. So Max Verstappen's got a pit stop on everyone else. Who's Mal in the Haas? It's Zane Maloney is in the Haas, who was the driver that we started with. He drove for us in the first year and the first 2 races of last year before we replaced him with Kimi Antonelli, and that's Zane Maloney back on the grid, which we're happy to see. Antonelli P9, and there's a bit of carnage going on ahead of us, but a few of these are now all going to stop. So Antonelli's, as I say, going to get a bit of a jump on these, isn't he? Antonelli suddenly is going to be in quite a lofty position, but he's going to stop again, and most of the grid aren't, so we'll wait and see what that final stint's going to do for us.
At the moment, we have Russell in front.
But we're on the outside of Gabriele Bortoletto, who's in a Mercedes this year. And we're through into the top 8 suddenly. Bortoletto has stopped, so he's on a fire till the end, I'd imagine. But Russell, Sainz, Lawson all need to stop again. Who is MSC in the Racing Bulls? It's Mick Schumacher in the Racing Bulls. Why is Colapinto so far back? Just lack of pace. We've just got a lack of pace today for some reason. It's first race of 2027, so we've just got work to do on this car, basically. Wanny's well, thanks for the follow. But yeah, we've got plenty of work to do on the car. It's letting me not seeing Lewis on that screen. I know, unfortunately, no Lewis. It is 2027, so who knows? It might be realistic. There might not be a Lewis Hamilton in 2027, or a Fernando Alonso. Antonelli still making moves on these. He's now into P7, and it's Carlos Sainz the car ahead, although Russell is fighting him back. Sainz is into the pits. We should get DRS though, because we had the DRS before Sainz jumped into the pits. So it's a drag race now between ourselves and Russell in that Ferrari. Russell still needs to pit. What do you mean Alonso's just a rookie? Yeah, sorry, actually, yeah. Alonso's got a lot of life in. I forgot. I always forget Alonso's first year, every year, being a rookie. Is Audi a mod? Yeah, it is a mod, yeah. Kimi by far driver, number 1 driver. Yeah, it's looking that way. So I'm looking like Kimi Antonelli wants to be the number 1 in this team. We may have done Colapinto dirty by switching him over to the free stopper, but I just felt like it wasn't working on the 2-stopper. Amy Zach Patsy, thanks for the follows. Hope you're well. Just trying to top up their battery now for the final stint in this race. It's Piastri stopped, yeah. Piastri, Bortoletto going to the end. Lawson needs to stop, so does Leclerc and Norris. When are we due to stop now? Lap 48. Another 8 laps. Antonelli, lap 46. He's probably going to be overtaken by Piastri here, you'd imagine. Piastri on home soil here today in Australia. And he can't quite get it done, though. Go aggressive for a lap.
No tire management required.
Oh, good. Thank you. Good to hear, Zach. Good to hear. Nice they also include the switch of Audi. Yeah, I meant to do it last season, but it was glitching with the 2025 mod, so I kind of forgot about it. But yeah, with a new season, thought I'd try again, and it's working well. The only thing I couldn't get it to do is do the rename. So unfortunately, although we've got Audi and everything else is Audi, it still does say Kick Sauber, but I couldn't get that to work, and I think it's because I've got sponsor renames and other things on. We can only have 1 rename pack, so we'll have to live with that, but I think it looks better than just having Kick Sauber. Verstappen pits. Your race leader, well, I say he pits, he's already done his pit stop, and Lando Norris not even on the start-finish straight, and he's coming into the pits anyway. Max Verstappen is absolutely dominant here today. So Antonelli, although he's sick, he's still got a fight on his hands finishing the points, because he has got to stop again, and quite a few of these behind haven't. Lawson's still going. What am I trying to get him to? Lap 46. Right, looks like Stroll is going to get past. Will Bortoleto as well. No, he won't. Colapinto, lap 48. So lap 46 and 48 now we need to get to. A William Peak summer break. Oh, yeah, I do miss it though. Do need some Formula 1. But if you like football, at least, well, like me, at least I've got football back this weekend. But yeah, missing Formula 1. I suppose they do deserve a couple of weeks off at least. I think the break is 4 weeks, but they have a 2-week total break. Turn up ERS. We're saving ERS till our final stint. Just hoping for some free air. They're not going to use the ERS, so we're just going through a bit of a top-up phase at the moment. Max wants the championship back after George and Lando. Indeed, yeah. I say Max hasn't won it yet in this universe, so can he this year? Right, we're going to forward on till lap 46. Colapinto past Sonoda. We might lose and gain a couple of positions here, but I want to get the final stops out of the way. And then we'll jump on board for the final stints here. No, look at the gap from Max here on the track. Like, look at this. Look at Max's gap, which is just ridiculous here. Absolutely phenomenal dominance here from Max Verstappen. All right, 3 more laps, then we get Antonelli and Colapinto past Hadjar. Still just topping up our battery, but actually Antonelli's battery is in good shape now. All right, a couple of laps chat, and then we'll jump back on board. So Antonelli, P9. Has everyone stopped? Why is Leclerc? Leclerc's got a puncture. Leclerc, I was going to say, why is Leclerc not stopped? I don't know why he's not stopped, but now he's got a puncture, and that's going to cost him massively. That is a classic Ferrari strategy, and Leclerc is tumbling down the order. Russell the same at 21%. What are the Ferraris trying here? And Colapinto luckily got past, and Charles is holding up the rest of them. So Colapinto's got a nice little gap there now. He's getting away of his teammate. Oh, Charles, this is awful. Lawson's going to get one as well. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they're not stopping, but that is a Ferrari classic there. And Leclerc looked nailed on for points. It's probably going to get none now. So who else is at risk? Lawson and Russell could be at risk of a puncture here. Antonelli. We need to get Antonelli in. We've overshot our
Box's lap.
I got excited with the pit stops. Now Antonelli's way past his pit window. That's fine. We should get away with that. Russell down to 20%. Are they going to get punctures here? I think they're going to survive just about. Right. 10 laps to go.
On our race.
Not Charles, my picky Ferrari's so dirty. Why am I Leclerc Ferrari fan? Lawson has got a puncture. Right at the end as well. And George, Ferrari doing crazy things out here. Right, Antonelli in final stop of the day though. 2.1 second stop, we like that. It's suddenly gone chaotic here. 2.3 are being held for some reason there. It's for Lawson's puncture. Well, for Lawson and his car with a puncture. Right, Antonelli out in P13 with a Williams. He's going to have to get past them.
We have P15. Albon in front.
And Colapinto P19. With now Lawson, Russell and Leclerc, the three cars behind. Right, so what's Antonelli got to do here? Right. Colapinto's got 2.7 to Hadjar. Antonelli. Right, Antonelli's going to have to get these moves done. That's essentially what we need to do here. Back with these two Williams as we were earlier.
Yeah.
Around the outside, this could be nice. No, not quite. This is going to kill us unless we can get past these quickly. Good traction though, very good traction. Oh, look at that. They put the afterburners on there. Antonelli is away then into B13. Now it's 2.6 to Carlos Sainz.
Yes, let's go.
You are doing a good job.
Well, we're actually about 8 seconds off the points, so I don't know if points is going to be possible or not here. Leclerc setting the fastest lap in his Ferrari. A really bad Ferrari race. George already has the absolute Ferrari race. He definitely wants his retirement back. Yeah, Russell dead last now on his Ferrari debut. Oh, thanks for the follow, Bortoletto. Yes, indeed. Antonelli is already on Carlos Sainz then, and he's past Carlos Sainz. Absolutely flying now is Kimi. Now it's Ocon 1.6.
Good job.
Oh, Antonelli's come alive. Antonelli has absolutely come alive. We used a lot of battery there, but that's why we were saving it. DRS on Esteban Ocon. This will be for P11. Sets the fastest lap, does Kimi. And he's through on Ocon into P11. Colapinto is having a look at Isaac Hadjar in the Alpine.
You're doing a good job. At the moment, P11.
And he is through as well. Right, so Antonelli's got to find 5.8 seconds now to get into the points here. And Colapinto is on his old teammate here. Good friends, Colapinto and St. Maloney in our universe. But he's got no time to wait around behind his old buddy, Colapinto, into P17 then. And he's now got 3 seconds to K-Mag. So both our drivers suddenly flying. This isn't going to be too late here. Let's wait and see. We can forward on slightly just to close these gaps. Colapinto 1.3. He's nearly on K-Mag. Not quite in the DRS, but he's arriving. Antonelli 4 seconds now off the points, but the points are all in a DRS train. And we need their tyres to fall off, and their tyres might fall off, you know. They're down to the 40% range. We could take massive advantage at the end here. Stay tuned for this one, because it could all play out big time for us here. Antonelli finally moved to P11. Yes, so I'm getting pretty excited here because Antonelli's got a good tyre advantage. And if their tyres drop off, Antonelli might suddenly get big points here. Colapinto all over K-Mag. Needs to make the move though. Chat, keep an eye on my fuel. I do not want to run out of fuel. K-Mag hasn't got DRS on Behrman, so this could be key.
Yeah, now priority 1 is the lift off.
Come on, we need this on K-Mag for Franco. Should be done, and it is. And we'll get another helping of DRS here. Help us pull away and close the gap to Ollie Behrman. So Colapinto moving up to B16. Antonelli is just 2.6 off the points now. Fuel in the minus. Yeah, keep an eye on the fuel. We've bounced off of Antonelli. We've got a little bit with Colapinto that we're burning off. What game is this? It's F1 Manager 24. Right, 5 laps to go. Antonelli 2.7 now off the points. The drivers ahead of us, their tyres are getting pretty low. Perez down to 39% in the top 4. He's about 10 seconds up the road, so that's very unlikely. Colapinto DRS on Ollie Behrman, and he's flying past Ollie Behrman. Colapinto then into P15, but I don't think he's going to be able to reach the points here. I think it's going to be a little bit too much for him to get to the points. Antonelli, though, has arrived on the tail end of the points. Hasn't quite got the DRS.
5 laps to go. 5 laps.
Michaela, hello. How's it going? Yeah, hasn't quite got the DRS on this lap, though. But this is all going to be about traction now, out of the corners. As we've got Yuki Tsunoda out wide.
Do your best, man.
Yeah, this is the problem. We're getting a bit bogged down behind traffic now. This was always going to be the issue. Got to make some optimistic moves here. This is the issue. Phoenix, thanks for the gift. Check my message. I have something important to tell you. Okay, that sounds ominous. 103%, thanks for the follow. Colapinto all over Ocon. Antonelli all over the back end of the points. But we haven't. Yeah, we can't do nothing about it at the moment. The DRS is killing us here. Right, we're just going to have to top up for a couple of laps and then we're going to have to go for it. Can we make a move here, though?
Okay,
go on, send it. Send it, Kimi. Send it on the inside. On Teo Portier, we force him out for good measure. Kimi Antonelli is back into the points, 103%. Thanks for the gift, super appreciated. Verstappen, brilliant. Stroll, Audi, podium. Yeah, potential for Stroll to get a podium here today.
Right, we can take a look now. Now we're watching the
Colapinto is past Ocon. He's trying to make his way to the points. I think he's going to run out of time.
And the overtake.
Colapinto 2.2 off Sainz, and then, yeah, it'd be about 7 seconds off the points. So I think Colapinto's going to run out of time. Gasly mixed strong. Antonelli come back. Williams now starting to get Ferrari average masterclass. Yeah, Ferrari doing typical Ferrari things out here. Right, Antonelli into the points now. Has Piastri got DRS? I think he has, but we're all over the rear end of him. Can we send this on the inside on Oscar Piastri? Yes, we can. Antonelli is into P9. Is he? No, because Oscar Piastri fights it back. Antonelli slow out the traction zone. That would have been good.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
But unfortunately, didn't get the traction we wanted to out of there. Where is Alonso? Alonso is no more in this universe in 2027. Right, we're having another go on Oscar here. This is all about a drag race and later braking into turn 1. And this time, we have done it. You do get the DRS to pull away as well. Oscar does still have DRS. Right, we need to get up to Gasly now. We're into P9.
You're doing a good job.
3 laps to go.
In front of you, there is Gasly.
Their tyres are dying now. They're absolutely dying. Abdo, thanks for the follow. Antonelli is getting good traction now. He's on Pierre Gasly here. Looks like he's past Pierre Gasly into P8 now.
At the moment, they are doing well.
Now we're using a bit of battery. Now we're trying to get Mick Schumacher on the inside. That would leave us just Yuki Tsunoda, but Pierre Gasly is coming back on the inside. We're 3 wide here, but we're fighting it hard. We've got the better traction. Antonelli P7. We've basically used all the battery here, but Tsunoda will have no defence. Antonelli could be about to move into P6 here. He should move into P6 here. Suddenly out of nowhere. Although he's not going for the move, strangely enough. We're just sitting in the gearbox. That's poor from Antonelli. Come on, Kimi. Come on, Kimi. You need to get this done. And he can be much later on the brace. He's got better tyres life than the rest of them. And finally, we are through. Verstappen starts the final lap. We've still got 2 to go, actually. This one and the next.
Good job.
But it's 10 seconds to Bortoleto. So I think that's where the fun will come to an end there for Antonelli. Let's just try and break this DRS. Antonelli started P19 and has finally made his way up to P6 here. Just need to break this DRS to Yuki, which I think we've just about done. And now we can bring the car home. Max Verstappen leads by 33 seconds. Sorry, Chris, Naomi, I'm butchering those names, so thanks for the follows.
Maximum cooling level.
Oh, Sonoda's not quite gone.
Overtake available.
Why is Sonoda staying in the DRS
No
here?
lift off anymore.
We cannot allow him to have DRS on this back straight.
No overtake.
Oh, it's 1.4, 1.6. Hopefully he's
You can
gone.
have some lift off.
Down to 32%. Bortoleto down to 30%. They're all struggling.
One more lap.
All right, Colapinto is about to start the final lap then. Max Verstappen, we're just starting the final lap. Max Verstappen has dominated in Australia. And Max Verstappen, as he heads across the line, wins the season opener in 2027. Absolute dominance from the Dutchman. And Colapinto looks like he's going to get to P14. But it's going to run out there. Maybe if we kept to the two-stop, it might have worked. We tried to mix it up because it was looking good for Antonelli. And Antonelli, to be fair, has made it work. But not to be for Colapinto. But not too many issues with that being the first race of the season. Antonelli have broken the DRS to Tsunoda well and truly now. Gets the fastest lap of the race. And the sporting regulations have changed this year where they're giving a fastest lap as Lance Stroll has got Bortoleto, he's got Perez as we join this in an almighty fight at the end. And Stroll was trying to keep onto that P3 with Perez. He had a chance of P3. It might be P5. Now it's a drag to the line with Bortoleto. Perez is going to get that Mercedes on the podium. Yes, he does. Stroll P4 in the Audi, P5 for Bortoleto, and Antonelli was catching them at a really fast rate of knots. Finishes 5 seconds behind. It's P6 for Antonelli. Tsunoda's going to be P7, then Mick Schumacher, then Gasly, then Piastri. And Colapinto is actually going to be the last to finish because these are laps, so it's going to be P14 for Franco Colapinto and P6 for Kimi Antonelli.
Feels better to be honest.
Formula One's newest team, shattering all expectations here.
I tell you what, they had to work hard for those points today. What a
There we go.
phenomenal
Kimi
achievement
Antonelli
that is.
celebrates then. Don't know
Well,
why we're
they've been
celebrating
waiting
too
for
much.
this,
We wanted
haven't they?
more. We
And
wanted a
it's only
podium
right that they make
on
the
the
most of
opening
it.
day, but P6, good recovery in the end. Valentin, Chris, Jose, love hearts in there. Thanks for the follows, much appreciated. Here we go then, the full classification. Max Verstappen up 5 from P6 and absolutely dominated. Won the race by 35 seconds. Lando Norris, though, was knocked down Q1. That McLaren has got pace also. He's up 18 places to P2. Perez finished where he starts, as did Stroll, 3rd and 4th for them. Bortoleto up 10 places in that Mercedes, so the Mercedes looking pretty strong. But Kimi Antonelli up from P19 to P6, so we at least get a good handful of points on the opening race. Yuki Tsunoda up 2 places to 7th in that Audi, and then Mick Schumacher 8th, Pierre Gasly 9th, and Oscar Piastri 10th. So quite a few different teams in the top 10 there, but Audi starting off well in 2027. Unfortunately, Colapinto dropped 4 places. It was a very messy race. DRS change. We tried to switch him over to the free stop. Didn't quite work. Can't really blame him. So we'll go again in the next race in China. Kimi Antonelli takes the fastest lap, but there's no point for the fastest lap. As I say, in 2027, they have given a point for the fastest, not the fastest lap, sorry, the pole position gets a point. And it was Liam Lawson who put it on pole, drops 19 places, but you will find he'll have a point on the Drivers' Championship because he gets a point for pole. Drivers' Championship, so it is how the race finished, but as I say, you will find Liam Lawson has a point as well because he got the pole position. So there's your top 11, and the Ferrari boys starting off absolutely miserably there. Constructors, Red Bull 25 points from Max, 1 from Liam Lawson. That's about right. He does the work for Red Bull, does Max, and they're in first after the first race. Mercedes second, McLaren third. As I say, can't get this to change, but it is Audi here who start off well. Audi in P4. We start with 8 points, but we really want to be challenging from constructors this year, so work to do for us. RB 6th, Aston Martin 7th, but that's a strong showing. 7 different teams score in the opening race. Alpine don't score, Williams don't score, Haas don't score, and dead last in 2027, it is only race 1, Ferrari with their puncture masterclass here down under in Australia. Ava and Nanumichi, I'm butchering that, but again, thanks for the follow, much appreciated, hope you're well. Fastest pit stops, I'm looking forward to seeing this, and there we go. We do get the fastest 2 pit stops of the day, so we thought our pit crew might be good this year, and we are very much dominating. It is race 1, but we dominated race 1 first and second, so hopefully we'll at least finish this pit stop competition this year on top. But yeah, a bit disappointed with our race pace, but plenty of time to fix that. We should get our race targets come in. We do indeed. And there we go. And there we go. Kimi Antonelli, after his great race there, has gone up from 84 to 85 overall. And our new wind tunnel is complete. Oh, there's more good news as our race engineer Benizi is up to 82 as well. So if you dropped in for the first time today, please make sure to follow or subscribe. We stream this every Tuesday and Friday. So we're going to be back this Friday as we head to China in round 2. Unfortunately, it's only 4 days, so we're not going to see much difference on the car. But hopefully it's a track that suits us a little bit better. Said we were due to finish dead last in Australia for some reason. I think it's because the crucial thing there is DRS effectiveness, which ours is poor. In China, looks a little bit better. So we're hoping for better results across China, Japan and Bahrain. So the car is more suited to the next 3 races coming up. So as I say, make sure to follow or subscribe. We'll be back on Friday streaming the full race in China. And this season, again, we're doing 19 races. So it's 2027. We're doing 19 races and we've dropped the sprints. The sprints haven't really ever delivered anything much. There's no sprints for us in 2027, just 19 full races. So check us out on Friday. And before I go, if you haven't already, smash that like button. It really does help me out. And if you've watched this on TikTok or Twitch, of course, do head to the profile in my bio, head over to YouTube, and you can check out this whole Maserati series. So from the very first episode, I think we're up to about 40 episodes now. So not just the live streams, we drop 2 episodes a week. So you can get involved with that over on YouTube. You buy on Steam Season 2025 DLC. No, you need to go to Overtake GG, I believe it is. If you just search Alex F1 Manager 24 mods, it'll be the first one that typically comes up on Google. And there's a 2025 mod over there. If you do head over to YouTube, as I say, in my profile, and you click on this live stream, there will be a link in my live stream description for the 2025 mod. So you can get it over there as well. But that does bring this one to a close. So, as I say, a little bit disappointing with our race pace at times there. But I think it is just because that is a DRS effective... the DRS effectiveness is the key aspect of that track for DRS zones. So I think we're going to go a lot better in China. So we'll wait and see across the next 2 races, see where we're really sitting. But Red Bull and Max Verstappen looking very strong. But yeah, we'll see how we go in China. Just 4 days till that. So it's going to be a quick turnaround. And that's going to be the next one in this Maserati F1 Manager Series. Well, thanks again if you dropped in. As I say, do follow or subscribe. Head over to the profile on TikTok or Twitch and head over to YouTube. Subscribe over there and check over the episodes. And thanks for all the support, all the comments. And as I say, we're going to be back on Friday as we continue